Hey, good morning guys. This is Pushpak Raj and today's topic is on how to create the test cases on the boundary value analysis, equivalent class partitioning test cases on the Zerodha application. Okay, so the project name is the Zerodha applications created by Shubham. Shubham is a tester name who can create the test case template. Creation date on 11th of November 2024. On that date, Shubham have created the test cases and reviewed by the Pushpak Raj on the same date. Okay, so move on the test case template format. This is the first test case, that is the TC stands for test case, ZD stand for Zerodha. 001, this is the first test case, that's why I mentioned here the 001. Test scenario, first scenario is log into the Zerodha application. So the step for that, enter the valid credentials. Test data is like valid username and password, and the expected result is user is successfully logged into the Zerodha application. This is the first test case, guys. Move on the second test case, that is the 002, login with the invalid credential. This is the negative test case. Step for that, enter the invalid credentials. Test data is for that invalid username and password. Expected result, error message display invalid credentials. Move on the third test case, that is the login with the empty field. This is the scenario. Test steps for that, leave the username and password field is empty, and the test data, none of the test data for that because we are kept as empty, and the expected result is error message display, please enter the username and password. Move on the fourth test case, guys, that is the boundary value analysis test case, username boundary test. Enter the minimum length username, that is the username field minimum 6 character. Okay, login succeed or show a error base on the validity. Boundary value analysis, again username boundary test, like whatever the username text field, we are performing the boundary value analysis on that text field, username and password field in the login page. Okay, so we are performing the enter the maximum length on the username. Maximum length is like maximum 12 character. Login success or show a error base on the validity. Okay, so move on the sixth test case, that is the equivalent class partitioning. Valid login test, like enter the valid credential within the valid range. Valid username and password, user is successfully logged in. Okay, so this is the sixth test case. Move on the seventh test case, that is the search for a stock. You are all aware about the Zerodha application, guys. This is used for buying and selling the stocks or shares. It is the broker application. Okay, search for the stock, enter the stock name in the search box. Okay, valid stock name, example TCS. TCS is a stock name, we can search on the search text field. So what is the expected result? Stock is displayed in the search result, so that is the expected result. Move on the eighth test case, that is the search with the invalid stock name. It is a negative test case, guys. Enter the invalid stock name. Invalid stock name, example XYZ, error message or no result found display. Move on the ninth test case, that is also equivalent class partitioning test case, like search with the special character. Enter the special character in the search box. Special character is like @ dollar or a percentile. That are the special characters. We are trying to test that also, and the expected result is error or invalid input message display. Move on the 10th test case, that is the select a stock from the search result. Click on the value stock from the search result. Value stock is example like TCS. Stock detail page is display. Okay, move on the 11th test case, that is the buy a stock without entering the quantity. Okay, attempt to buy without entering the quantity. There is a no quantity, we are entering the quantity box or checkbox. Error message, please enter the quantity, because if you want to buy any share in the applications, you have to enter the stock name or the number of quantity, how much number of quantity you want to buy. So you have to enter that quantity, otherwise you will getting such a kind of message like error message, please enter the quantity. Move on the 12th test case, that is the buy stock with invalid quantity. Okay, enter the invalid quantity like 0 or -1, such a kind of range. You are try to enter that, and in that case you are getting the expected result, error or message indicating invalid quantity. Move on the 13th test case, guys, that is the buy a stock with minimum valid quantity. Enter the minimum valid quantity like 1. Buy a transaction is successfully completed. Buy a stock with maximum quantity. Firstly minimum, then maximum. Enter the maximum valid quantity. System define maximum limit. By transaction is successfully completed or error message we are getting here. Okay, so move on the 15 test case, that is the buy a stock with the range quantity, within the range quantity, sorry. Enter the valid quantity within the range. Any valid quantity within the range, the buy transaction is successfully completed. Okay, so this is a simple test case template format, guys. In the maximum organization which will use such a kind of test case template format, that's why I use that one. Okay, so such a kind of videos, please like the video, subscribe the videos, and hit the bell icon, so you'll getting the upcoming videos related to the share market on all the application which will be available on the Play Store. I'll create a video on each and every application. So thank you guys, thank you for watching videos. Have a great day.